Hi there, and thanks for spending your time with Strong from Home, the place that reveals the hidden truth about how to truly recover your health and muscles. Today, I'm going to show you the one simple way to keep your muscles strong and firm, just like when you were young. All it takes is 15 minutes a day, stepping outside and moving your body while the sun is still warm. Why is this so powerful? Because your muscles get the full recovery they truly need. It all starts with infrared light from the sun. This light turns on your mitochondria, the power plants inside your cells, and helps them make natural melatonin. Melatonin does two amazing things. It cools down your cells. It fights oxidative stress inside the mitochondria. This helps your body create high-quality ATP, the energy source your muscles need to stay strong and healthy. That's the real reason your muscles feel alive again. In this video, you'll learn why sunlight is the key to full muscle recovery. Only the sun can wake up your mitochondria. Only nature can bring your tired muscles back to life. I had to make this video, not for fame, not as a hobby, but because I can't sit back any longer while thousands of people unknowingly destroy their own bodies, the same way I once destroyed mine. Over 90% of people starting their muscle recovery journey fall into this exact trap. And if you're watching this, there's a high chance you're caught in it too, without even realizing it. The mistake? Underestimating outdoor workouts. It sounds simple, but it's actually the missing piece most people completely overlook. If you're just starting out, congratulations. You still have a chance to take the right path from day one, instead of spending years going nowhere. But if you keep locking yourself inside the gym or your living room, you're killing your mitochondria, your muscles, and your immune system day by day. Training outdoors, especially under natural sunlight, is one of the most powerful secrets no one's really talking about. Nobody tells you that just stepping into the sun energizes your muscles in a way no supplement or workout ever could. There is no simpler or more effective method than this. And if you give up after 2 or 3 weeks, you're throwing away the most valuable thing youth gives you: strength. I'm speaking out, not to inspire, but to wake people up, to shake you out of the cycle that's making you weaker every day. For years, I've kept this one habit: working out outside while the sun's still warm, at least 30 minutes a day. And if you're thinking about brushing this off, I just hope you've tried it seriously for at least 60 days. If not, don't judge too soon. You may not get a second chance. There's a harsh truth called time. Stick with this long enough and you'll understand its real power. And when it comes to outdoor training, that power isn't just real, it's vital. If you're new to this, expect it to be tough: dehydration, a little sunburn, sore muscles, low motivation. Why? Because you've never taken this kind of training seriously before. And like most people, you'll want to quit right before the magic happens. The only way to not quit is to understand the massive benefits this method brings, especially for people who are aging and losing muscle year after year. This isn't some trend, it's a strategy used by people around the world, even those in their 60s and 70s who still have strong, healthy bodies. Even if you feel fine now, working out indoors, age will eventually catch up. And only the sunlight can truly nourish your muscles as they start to shrink and weaken over time. No exceptions. No good excuse to skip it. You might think there are better ways, but honestly, I haven't seen a single method that's more effective, simple, or realistic than this. I was stuck in the indoor workout trap for 7 years. I thought I was doing fine because I looked muscular. But the truth? I felt weaker and more drained every day. And I couldn't figure out why. I tried everything: heavy lifting, resistance bands, yoga, but nothing worked. My body felt empty, like a shell. Until I stepped into the sun. That moment didn't just change things. It brought me back to life. For the first time in years, I felt my strength return. My muscles were firmer, my energy was up, my mind was clear. Since then, I've never skipped it. At least 30 minutes a day, like a survival ritual. And that's why I can confidently say this is the simplest and most powerful way I've ever found to bring aging muscles back to life. This isn't a piece of advice. It's a warning if you still want to keep your body alive. So why does it have to be outdoor workouts when the weather's warm? That's a question I hear all the time, especially from older folks. And what do they usually hear in return? Just work out indoors. That's good enough. Don't go out in the sun. It's dangerous. You're getting old. Just rest. Why bother exercising? Warnings, judgments, all coming from people who've never stepped outside their living rooms long enough to truly experience the difference. They either don't know or don't want to believe that warm sunlight is the most natural medicine for muscles that are quietly wasting away with time. Meanwhile, there's another group of people. They don't argue. They don't explain. They simply step outside and train under the sun, quietly, consistently, and their bodies begin to change. Stiff joints regain mobility. Shrunken muscles start filling out again. People who had once given up become living proof that change is possible. So what separates these two groups? It's not age. It's not money. It's one simple thing. Who's willing to step outside? Who's brave enough to face their fears, break old habits, and start again? Working out in warm weather isn't some trendy fad. It's a radically simple solution. So simple that most people ignore it. But if you stick with it long enough, your body will start to speak for itself. And when every muscle fiber comes back to life, when every breath feels stronger, you'll understand why I say this might be your last real shot at rebuilding aging muscles. I used to think I had it all figured out. I believed that eating well and working out regularly was enough to stay in shape. But I was dead wrong until I came across a study that literally made me see the light, both figuratively and literally. The study's called Optics of the Human Body by optical engineer Scott Zimmerman and melatonin research editor-in-chief Russell Reiter. Not doctors, not personal trainers, but their research completely changed the way I think about light, mitochondria, and the real reason our muscles break down over time. Inside your body are billions of mitochondria, tiny energy engines inside every cell. They take in glucose and fatty acids from the food you eat and burn them to create ATP, the fuel that powers every movement, every thought, every breath. Without ATP, you literally can't stand, think, move, or breathe. But just like car engines, mitochondria heat up when they work. When you're young, they burn fuel efficiently, producing clean energy and just enough heat to keep your metabolism high, your body warm, and your fat-burning engines running smoothly. This keeps your muscles strong, recovery fast, your brain sharp, and your body full of life. But as you age, something starts to go wrong. Your mitochondria's natural cooling system starts to fail. They begin to overheat like a pressure cooker with a jam valve, especially if you're living with stress, poor sleep, nutrient deficiencies, and in constant exposure to artificial lights. Mitochondria, once supercharged energy factories, start breaking down. ATP production crashes, and your body begins to fall apart. Muscles shrink, endurance drops, you feel sore all the time. Your recovery slows to a crawl, and worst of all, even if you eat clean and train hard, you still feel drained because your energy engines are overheating and dying. Muscles are the first to suffer, and unless you can cool your mitochondria, everything you do becomes a losing battle. So how do you fight back? You have to restore your mitochondria Get them to produce enough ATP, not just to function, but to stop the silent breakdown that's stealing your strength day by day. And here's the part that blew my mind. Melatonin, the thing you thought was just for sleep, is actually the cooling fan that keeps your mitochondria alive. Yes, it's produced in the pineal gland at night, but it's also produced right inside the mitochondria, where the battle for your energy is happening. In fact, melatonin levels inside mitochondria are hundreds of times higher than in your bloodstream. And its main job isn't sleep. It's to protect your mitochondria from burning out, from overheating and oxidative stress. It's your body's internal bodyguard, the silent hero. Melatonin helps stabilize mitochondrial temperature, remove toxins, and keep energy production running. Without it, mitochondria burn out, muscles fall apart, and you age faster than you ever expected. In fact, many people notice they get drowsy when exposed to near-infrared light, but what's more important is this. The damaged muscles start to heal, often within just minutes. That's because near-infrared light doesn't just feel good, it actually triggers melatonin production right inside the mitochondria, right where the injury is. It's like sending a rescue team directly to where the fire is burning. And while Reiter urges for more research, current studies and real-life experience show one thing very clearly. Mitochondrial melatonin is the key to keeping your muscles from aging, wasting, and dying out over time. So if you think all you need is protein, whey, and a few indoor workouts to keep your muscles strong, you're fooling yourself. If you're not supporting your mitochondria, if you're not activating melatonin, everything else you're doing is just spinning your wheels. Melatonin doesn't just help you sleep, it keeps you alive. It protects your muscles from dying before their time. It's the emergency fan your mitochondria need. And yes, you can activate it. So, how can your body naturally activate its melatonin factory in the strongest and most effective way? The answer isn't in some sleeping pill. It's in a powerful, familiar, but often forgotten form of light, near-infrared light. Scientists have discovered something that's left much of the medical world stunned. Melatonin isn't just made in your pineal gland at night like we used to think. It's also produced directly inside your mitochondria, the energy centers in nearly every cell of your body. And what triggers this inner production? Not sleep, not supplements, but near-infrared light. This type of light has a long wavelength, meaning it can penetrate through clouds, thin clothing, and even several inches deep into your body. And when it hits your skin, it doesn't just shine. It delivers energy directly to your mitochondria, kickstarting them to produce internal melatonin, not the kind that helps you fall asleep, but the kind that protects and cools your biological engines, which are constantly overheating due to stress, pollution, and aging. At this point, melatonin stops being just a sleep hormone. It becomes your biological cooling system, stabilizing heat, neutralizing free radicals, and keeping your mitochondria running smoothly. Think of it like keeping a high-performance car engine properly cooled, so it stays fast, efficient, and reliable. But what happens if you spend all day under artificial light, cold, harsh LEDs, and never let natural sunlight touch your skin? Your mitochondria get neglected. They overheat, break down, produce less ATP, and start to fail. The result? Your muscles shrink, your energy drains, and aging hits you like a runaway train. So where does near-infrared light come from? The sun. More specifically, it's most concentrated during two golden hours, early morning and shade late afternoon. These are the times when sunlight isn't harsh, but gentle and healing. In fact, during these moments, up to 40% of sunlight's energy is made up of near-infrared light. That changes everything we thought we knew about sunbathing, Because this light doesn't just help your body make vitamin D, it feeds your mitochondria, powers up ATP production, and literally reboots your body's energy systems. And this isn't just theory. A groundbreaking study by scientist Glenn Jeffrey showed that short exposure to red and near infrared light significantly improved vision in older adults, especially their ability to see in the dark. That means light isn't just for sight, it's for healing. It wakes up your mitochondria, and when your mitochondria come alive, so does your body, with more energy, sharper thinking, better muscle recovery, and stronger resistance to aging. From your eyes, to your muscles, to your nervous system, everything gets better. And the best part? You don't need fancy machines. You don't need expensive gadgets. You don't even need a complicated plan. You just need to step outside. Let the early morning or late afternoon sunlight hit your skin, your eyes, your body. Even if it's just for a few minutes, in that moment you're refueling your life force. You're giving your mitochondria a chance to recover, and you're bringing your body back to what it was designed to be: healthy, energized, and naturally strong, just like our ancestors intended. When I first learned how near infrared light triggers melatonin production directly inside the mitochondria, I asked myself, what about melatonin supplements? Can a pill really replace sunlight? It seems like a simple question, but the answer? Not so comforting. I've grown concerned seeing more and more people relying on melatonin pills just to sleep. They forget that natural light, especially in the early morning and late afternoon, has been a constant companion to the human body for millions of years. Now we're trading that in for a tiny pill. Let me break it down for you. Inside your body, there are two types of melatonin: intracellular melatonin, made inside your cells, especially inside your mitochondria. This one works throughout the day, reducing oxidative stress, helping your cells heal, and protecting your long-term health. Pineal melatonin, made in your brain at night, released into your blood to regulate sleep. Here's the problem. Most tests and measurements only capture the second kind, the melatonin in your blood. But the most powerful kind, made inside your mitochondria, can't be measured that way. They're completely different, different origin, different function, and completely different impact on your health. Back to melatonin pills. I understand why people turn to them. They can't sleep. They're tired. And they think, melatonin helps you sleep, so I'll just take more of it. But maybe you felt this before. You take melatonin, sleep through the night, and wake up still exhausted. Even after 8 hours, your body feels heavy, your mind foggy sometimes all the way till noon. Why? Because your body only needs about 3/10 to 1 milligram of melatonin per night. Yet most pills contain 3 milligrams, 5 milligrams, even 10 milligrams. That's way too much. Your body can't clear it fast enough. So instead of waking up refreshed, your internal clock is thrown off. You feel drowsy, your metabolism slows, and your energy never fully kicks in. Even your pancreas, the organ that produces insulin, stays asleep, which means when you eat breakfast, your blood sugar spikes because your body isn't ready to process food. Over time, this throws your metabolism out of balance. I'm not against melatonin supplements completely, but if you're going to use them, start low, under 1 milligram. Break the pill apart if you need to. Or better yet, look for a low-dose version made for sensitive users. So what happens if you take melatonin during the day? Daytime is when your body is running full throttle. Your mind is sharp, you're alert, and your mitochondria, the tiny power plants in your cells, are working non-stop. In this state, your pineal gland almost completely stops producing melatonin. Even a little light hitting your eyes is enough to flip the switch off. But that doesn't mean your body doesn't need melatonin during the day. On the contrary, when your body is at peak activity, Your mitochondria need to produce melatonin on site to protect themselves from oxidative stress, the type of internal damage that speeds up aging and disease. However, even if you take high doses of melatonin supplements, they can't replace the kind of natural internal melatonin created right inside the mitochondria. Worse is taking melatonin at the wrong time can throw off your circadian rhythm because melatonin isn't just a sleep hormone, it's also your body's signal that it's time to rest. The result? You may feel groggy, mentally foggy, and have disrupted sleep cycles. Your productivity and energy crash. Here's my honest advice. Don't rely on the pill. No matter how much you take, synthetic melatonin can't replace sunlight, especially near infrared light. This special type of light doesn't just boost your mitochondria's ability to make melatonin. It also resets your natural rhythm, cools your cells, fights oxidative stress, and helps you feel awake, alive, and energized all day. That's why early morning sunlight is your body's best, most natural dose of melatonin. No pill can mimic what light does. And here's the good news. You don't need to stand in direct sunlight to benefit from near infrared light. You can soak it in from simple, everyday moments. Sitting by a warm fireplace on a chilly day, lighting a candle at night, gathering around a campfire with friends. All of these natural light sources emit near-infrared light, the kind that penetrates your skin, stimulates your mitochondria, and triggers melatonin production from within. That's why just sitting near a warm, glowing light can instantly make you feel calmer, recharged, like someone just flipped your energy back on. It's not magic. It's science. When near-infrared light hits your body, your mitochondria go to work, creating energy, the kind of energy your body needs to heal, recover, and stay balanced. But unfortunately, artificial light is a different story. Let's take a serious look at the hidden damage artificial lighting causes to your body. LED lights, which seem harmless, actually blast your eyes with blue light that suppresses melatonin, disrupts sleep, and drains your energy. Screens, your phone, laptop, and tablet expose your body to even more blue light in stressing your mitochondria and weakening your muscles over time, no matter how hard you train. Modern ceiling lights and fluorescents, they may look bright, but they lack the healing infrared spectrum your body desperately needs. Sometimes you don't need another supplement. What you really need is something simple, real sunlight. Let me break it down for you. This is how you rebuild your strength, like you had in your youth. The answer isn't inside a cold gym filled with machines. It's outside, where sunlight hits your skin, the breeze brushes your face, and fresh air fills your lungs. When you work out in the sun, your body demands more energy to repair and build muscle. That energy comes in the form of ATP, and mitochondria are the factories that produce it. But here's the catch. For mitochondria to make ATP efficiently, they need to stay cool at the cellular level. And only internal melatonin can do that job. And where does internal melatonin come from? Near infrared sunlight. Only sunlight can wake up your mitochondria. Only nature can reactivate your sleeping muscles. So if you're training under bright LED lights at the gym and wondering why you feel weaker over time, take a look in the mirror. You are the one stealing your body's last chance to recover. Weak muscles don't need more weights. They need sunlight. They need life. They need you to step outside and sweat under the sun before it's too late. Want to feel young again? Want your energy back? Stand up, open the door, step outside, train in the sun, because if you don't do it today, tomorrow, there might not be any muscle left to save. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. If you've been feeling tired, drained, or like your body is falling apart, this is your wake-up call. Health doesn't happen by accident. It takes action, and sometimes the right action is so simple it's hard to believe. If you're ready to reclaim your strength, energy, and youth, like this video and subscribe to the channel so you never miss another simple but powerful truth. This isn't just another health channel, it's where you learn to take back control of your body. See you in the next video. Let me end this video with a valuable little tip, something I used to only share with a few close friends. It's a natural healing method, but one that most people overlook. Today, I want to share with you a simple yet powerful secret. The next time you feel tired, achy, or have a mild fever, try pausing before you reach for medicine. Instead, give yourself 30 minutes in the sunlight, or sit quietly in front of a fire. The near-infrared light from these natural sources will gently absorb into your body and activate your built-in healing system, safely, deeply, and naturally. This might also explain why older folks in the countryside, who rarely take supplements or rely on medication, still manage to stay strong and healthy. Their secret? Morning sunlight in the warmth of a fire every evening. Just one thing to keep in mind. While your body takes in this healing light, it also uses up water and minerals. So, make sure to drink enough electrolytes or mineral-rich fluids to avoid dehydration or feeling lightheaded. After about 30 minutes, you might feel sleepy. That's not a bad sign. In fact, it's your body entering a deep healing mode, so powerful and natural that even modern science is starting to take notice. And after that nap, don't be surprised if the pain is gone and the fatigue has lifted. You'll wake up feeling light, refreshed, and almost like you've been given a brand new body.